Hello, and welcome to Japanese craft beer reviews. Today we're going to take a look at a beer from Ola Beer, and kind of an unusual name. I can show you where oh, here we go. Ola, and so this is an unusual name for sure. This is a brewery in Nagano Prefecture of Japan, which is in the middle of Japan, and it's in Tomi City, Nagano, which is near Ueda. This is central Nagano Prefecture, right in the middle of Japan, and it's about 50 kilometers from the capital, Nagano City. And the word on their website, they explain, I always thought this was a kind of mountain kind of yodeling cry, but on their website they explain that Oraho is a dialect, in the local dialect means we, us. So they've been around since 1996, and they make a lot of different beers. One of my favorite beers, one of the go-to beers, is called Captain Crow, which is an extra pale ale that they make, and I generally have that in my refrigerator. So in 2020 they built a new brewery, and so they should be expanding their production somewhat, and maybe that's why I saw this one. And the area they are in is apparently noted for a lot of sunshine and very low rainfall, and where they are situated, the area has very good drainage, so apparently they grow some of their own hops as well. And on RateBeer there are 42 different beers listed from this company, Olaho, and on Untapped 71 different beers, quite a few more, and the average on Untapped is 3.55 out of 5. So I have had this before, and unfortunately on Untapped they have so many duplicates. This has been added as a duplicate. I mean, it's their Amber Ale, which has been around for a long time, but because they have a new label which says Beerheads, apparently someone thought it should be added as a new beer, and I don't think it is a new beer whatsoever. So this is a red ale, Amber Ale, International Amber Ale, and it is a 5% beer at 45 international bittering units. And so on RateBeer, this one has 28 ratings and an average score of 3.49, 89 percentile for its style, which is red ale or international amber, and 98 percentile among all beers. I think there's some mistake going on there, really. So maybe I should check that again. But Untapped 43 different ratings, and again these are for the new one, which is called they call it Beerheads Amber, and 3.37. Okay, so I have rated this before. I have some connection to Nagano Prefecture, and I've been there several times. And I bought this at the souvenir shop in Nagano Station. But anyway, this showed up recently in my area, and we'll give it a go. So I rated this, I give it a 3.3, which is okay. And that was 6-7 years ago. So. Right. So it is a nice, kind of clear, very clear, sort of mahogany, reddish brown color, with a good solid 2 fingers of off-white head, kind of bubbly, frothy head. So I had this 6-7 years ago, and by any reasonable stretch of the imagination, it should be better now than it was 6-7 years ago, right? So it's got some light caramel, a lot of berries. Yeah, and very tiny kind of chocolatey note, and some yeastiness as well. That last characteristic I'm not really pleased with as a component of an amber ale. Okay. Flavors lightly nutty, some light roast. Getting, again, some yeast bite in the late initial or mid palate. Yeah, very clearly. The yeast, this, I mean, if it's not unfiltered, you know, it is filtered, and so the yeast component, I don't know. But if you've ever tasted brewer's yeast after a beer has been made and fermented out, you know what it tastes like, and that shouldn't be in here. It takes away from the nice sweetness of the initial maltiness. So yeah, the yeast really jumps up in mid palate. There's a small hint of bitterness in the finish, but this yeast bite kind of ruins the bitterness, the sweetness and the bitterness. In some cases, yeast can kind of contribute to a little bit to the bitter flavor, but this is too much, I think. So I'm a little disappointed. 3.3. I think maybe I give it like 3.0 now. But in any case, once again, this is called HoAmberAle, and it's the newer version, which we call Beer Heads here. It's not a new version actually. It's 5%, 43 or 45 international bitter units. So you may want to try this. You can try out all the HoAs if you happen to see them. They make an amber, gold, and all kinds of different styles. But the one I highly recommend is Captain Crow, which is an extra pale ale, and it's got a very distinctive blue can with a pirate on the front. Captain Crow, Crow Pirate. Okay, that's it for today. Take care. I hope you're doing well. Please subscribe to the channel and do leave me a comment. I will respond, not immediately perhaps, but I certainly will eventually. And take care. Drink some good beer. Bye-bye.